Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be going through updated Clashfronts teams now that Frieren and Himmel are out. I've basically come up with a very budget, almost free-to-play friendly set of 5 teams and then also a pay-to-win set of 5 teams showcasing Frieren and Himmel in the pay-to-win team. But yeah, just Frieren alone in the free-to-play. So team number 1 is going to be a Shadewing Graveborn Phantomal team combo, which is very strong. We have Thorin soul pacting your Graveborn Phantomal, and then we have Damon over here buffing up the Graveborn Phantomal further. Lily May as well, just for that interruption and utility, and Sleaze is just really good on these teams, or pretty much you can slot into any team just to provide more survival, attack buffs, and yeah, that is really good for the team. We're going to have the Light Heal spell for vitality and the bonus healing to keep the team a little bit tankier, and the Graveborn Phantomal overtime is just going to work down the enemy. That is the whole game plan with this team number 1. Team number 2 is going to be the Theodore Siren combo along with the Graveborn Phantomal. Like I've talked about before, Graveborn Phantomal has a really good synergy with Siren as well because he has AoE debuffs on one of his skills. And then we're also going to be running Nero to take an enemy Lily May interruption. So Theodore Siren combo is going to be able to go off really soon into the match. We have the Resonating spell, which is going to further increase the damage output of Siren in his ultimate. And he already nukes really hard. And then also we're hoping that the Resonating spell will also move over to the Graveborn Phantomal after he begins dealing damage. We have the Ludovic here for the healing, and then Bonnie just to apply our debuff, and then our whole team, Sarah and Nero, are going to spread that debuff, and that is a whole game plan. With the team number 2, it should also be really effective. Team number 3 is going to be the Frieren team. So I think that one of the best places to use Frieren is in a Pandora combo because Frieren's ultimate is massive damage output. And if the enemy doesn't have any stall type heroes, Frieren's ultimate is enough to just one shot the entire enemy team, and it's happened. I've done it like a lot of testing in duel battle, and that is the case. We have Pandora buffing up Frieren, we have the Bloom of the Phantom buffing Frieren, and then we have the Star Shower spell also gonna provide that crit rate and crit damage boost onto Frieren, so she hits even harder. We have Iron, which is really important to take an enemy Lily May interruption. We have Ravron to buff up your Frieren even further. Now this is a all-in, basically trying to one-shot the enemy team, and it definitely is capable of doing that. And also just in Clashfronts in general, usually they're going to be a lot of enemy teams. You know, if they don't have Dunlinger and they don't have, you know, really stallish type heroes, this is just going to destroy them, and it will allow you to win streak as well. Now of course, if you are a low upgrade on your Frieren and we want to run something else, you can also use a hero like Shamira. We have always recommended this one in the past. You can even use a hero like Galahad, and if you do happen to have even Marcel, you can use a hero like Marcel. However, Frieren also is an incredible ultimate based nuker, and I think she's going to do very well in this comp. Okay, moving on to team number 4. This is going to be a Lightbearer team, and also very interesting. We're going to use Callan as well, who's a really good shielder with the Bulwark spell because really strong artifact, and we have a bunch of shielding in the team, and so it's going to synergize well. We have Hugin buffing up Sylvan, the Lightbearer Sigmund Phantomal buffing up Sigmund, Velka buffing up Sigmund. Sigmund is going to be your major damage source to nukes for the enemy team, but along with that, the Bulwark spell is also going to be contributing good damage. We have the Zany turret split up a bit. And the reason for that is we want to actually have them firing on 2 different enemy targets, because then you're going to attack debuff whoever is being hit with them, and it's more of like the debuff and tanky role that Zany is providing. And yeah, so this is also interesting team. I definitely think is a good option if you have Sylvan built and you want to incorporate him into a 4th team. Now team number 5 is going to be a Celestial Hypogean team, but don't get scared because it is just using Aurora, which everyone has, the twins, which everyone should have, and then it's using Baleran. Now Baleran is going to be the major basically kill threat in the team. However, for example, if you don't have Baleran, you can replace him for a Contest. Contest will also work out well here, or you can even replace him for something like Saida. For example, basically any good standalone Celestial Hypogean hero. Saida has kill potential on her own, Baleran has kill potential on his own. Contest is just going to be a really stallish hero, and also that's going to work well in this comp because Aurora is going to keep dealing damage throughout the whole fight. The rest of the team is really like heal oriented. We're probably going to survive, and Contest is just going to shut down the enemy team and prevent them from casting skills. So also that is going to work if you go for Contest. But Saida Bailran probably better, even if you want to do something like Harak. Harak can also work in a team like this. So basically you can put in whatever Celestial Hypogean hero what you want here pretty much. And then we just have Rowan boosting the melee damage. So like for Saida, for Harak, for Bailran, all of them, they're going to benefit if you're running this team and Rowan boosting them. And then we have Damien here just for more healing, and he has a Supreme Plus skill upgrade now, and for more stall factor. And then we have the Urshel spell for even more tankiness. So that is going to be the free-to-play / budget teams basically. And now we're going to move on to the pay-to-win teams. But before we do that, if you guys are thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thank you all so much for your support. Okay guys, so now we have the pay to win teams, and of course they are going to be focused around Celestial Hypogean heroes. So team number 1 is going to be the Frieren Himmel combo, which was also what I showcased in my video yesterday, showing off basically Frieren in PvP. I definitely think this is one of the stronger Frieren teams out there. So what we have is Skyclaws Phantom buffing up Frieren. We have Himmel buffing up all 3 of them because Skyclaws Phantom is a support hero, so his heroic party is active. We have Gunner up front, and Gunner is going to be buffing and protecting your Frieren, and everyone is going to be positioned behind Gunner, so they're all going to receive a shield from Gunner. And then we have the Bulwark spell, just to, you know, take advantage of all the shielding we have here on the team and convert that into some extra damage. So yeah, I think that Bulwark spell is a good option. You can try different artifacts as well though. But I am a fan of Bulwark spell, and I think it fits his team pretty well. Now, a couple of things. All Night is going to protect Frieren, that's great. Himmel just needs to survive 5 seconds into the match, because that is going to allow Frieren to ramp up. And in almost all of the enemies I face in duel battle as well, usually they can't kill you within 5 seconds. Usually, maybe by 6 seconds, 7 seconds, they are going to kill your Himmel, but that's fine. He's just really here to provide the heroic party buff, ramp up Frieren. After he's done that, he's basically done his job. Now, ideally, you have him survive 10 seconds into the battle, because then he has a cleanse for your whole team. But like, honestly, it doesn't make that much of a difference even if he can't make that happen. So yeah, this is going to be a very good Frieren Himmel team combo, but of course it's pay to win, so that's why we're running both of them. I think Frieren should be run with Himmel because he synergizes, he takes her on to another level. Okay, moving on to team number 2, we are going to have the Zoria Athalia team combo with Pandora. Yeah, this is effective. Pandora, you know, putting Zoria into the box for longer. Then when Zoria comes out and actually into battle, she's going to have 100% bonus attack due to all of the energy gains we're giving her from Pandora. Pandora also going to buff and increase damage of your Greyborn Phantom, and then we have Damon buffing up and protecting your Pandora. Honestly, though, if you wanted to buff up Athalia, I think that would be fine as well. I don't think it makes much of a difference. And we're going to go for the Star Shower spell because I wanted to go for more offensive, like, you know, trying to kill the enemy right out of the gate, and sometimes that can work. Athalia can pick off 1 or 2 enemies, and then they won't have basically the power on their team to out survive all of your further damage bursts and stall that you're going to do. But yeah, it is a team revolving around Zoria. If you do not have Zoria, you'll have to replace Pandora and replace Zoria for like Igor and any other hero you want, basically. But yeah, Zoria or Igor, they both do that stall job, and then Pandora is really only to synergize with Zoria, so you would replace Pandora if you don't have Zoria. But Zoria can work as Supreme Plus, by the way. Okay, moving on to team number 3, we are going to have, again, the same team as in the free-to-play budget lineup. It is a very strong team. Theodore Siren combo, Newer take a Lily May, and then Greyborn Phantom buff up Siren. So yeah, not much more to say here. Resonating spell onto Siren. Yeah, good team. Okay, so team number 4 is going to be my new, basically, Marcel team. Because, of course, I did have to take key components away from the Marcel team, Gunner and Kulu. Both of them originally were on my Marcel team, but now I opted to move them to the Frieren Himmel. But we do still have good options here. Basically, what I wanted to do was, I definitely wanted to run Dunlinger. I think Dunlinger does well with Marcel for the protection. Callan as well, a great protection, and with the Earthshell as well, we're going to have good survival here, and we're going to be steadfast. That's important because I do have Rainier actually in front of Marcel. Now, it would be great if we actually get the position swap, because Marcel actually won't go anywhere, because first of all, we have 3 buffs provided to her, which makes her unaffected, but also she's going to be steadfast from Earthshell as well, so she can't actually move. It's just going to increase her buffs, basically, if she gets a position swap. But yeah, we have Rainier Charms buffing up your Marcel, we have Skycross Phantom buffing Marcel, and we have Dunlinger buffing Marcel. That's the 3 buffs she needs. And Aliseth also increasing penetration of Marcel onto the backline target, but that doesn't count as a buff actually for her, for the purpose of actually making her unaffected, where she needs 3 buffs. We have Callie, who's going to be protecting everyone from the beginning. And yeah, so overall, simple-ish team, but it should still work out well. Marcel still is a force to be reckoned with, especially with Mythic Charms and everything that we have at this point. So I wanted to make, you know, a good Marcel team and a good Frieren Himmel team. Okay, moving on to team number 5, the final team. That is going to be a Stroll team. This is a Saida contest Stroll team. Contest giving the melee damage boost to Saida. Saida is on the Stellar Bond along with your Skycross Phantom just to get some more buffs. And Saida is going to be your main win potential. Like, if she's able to get off 3 ultimates, it will probably mean that your team gets a victory. But even if not, if the enemy comes in guns blazing, they come in with massive damage, you're going to have the stall factor, because Saida is not going to go down easily. She has multiple lives. You're going to have Aurora as well, who, like, you know, even if her summon is killed, she's still at full health and she can resummon it. And Mihira has multiple lives as well, and that initial crowd control. So this is just a really stallish oriented team, but it is very effective into like a lot of high power teams the enemy will run. Even like Greyborn Phantomal teams, they cannot sometimes break down this team, because we're gonna have the light tail spell for healing. There's no dedicated heal on the comp, and Saida with her 3 ultimates, like we said, that is going to be a win potential, and it is a way to deal with a lot of the meta teams right now. So that's basically it, guys. Free-to-win teams, I'm overall pretty happy with them. We did make use of almost all of the Celestial Hypogeans, at least the more PvP oriented ones, and even look at this, Dimensional Heroes, 4 out of the 7 Dimensional Heroes actually being used, which is actually crazy, showing that these heroes are actually pretty good for PvP. At least the more recent ones. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. If there's any other teams which you're planning to run, you can share your formation ID or team ideas in the comment section. That is always interesting to see. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight Store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video in a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.